welcome back to week 3 of our Over the Fence series. So glad you're on the journey with us. Let's review real quickly where we've been. In week 1, we talked about what evangelism is and what it isn't. It's not about confronting people. It's not about preaching at them. It's not about talking them into anything. It's about reaching over the fence into people's lives with God's love in genuine friendship. At the end of that sermon, I asked you to ask yourself the question, why does this faith matter to me? Because that's where the motivational core to reach into people's lives comes from. So in week 2, Pastor Eric helped us to delve more deeply into that question, to wrestle with all that God has done for us in Jesus Christ, to take us from death to life, to bring us into abundant life. And so it's my hope that now in week 3, maybe you found enough motivation to say, I'd be willing to step into that journey. So where do we begin? And that's what we talked about in week 3. It really raises the question, where do we find people whose lives we might reach into? I've heard so many people say, I don't know anyone who doesn't go to church. Where would I find those folks? And so we talked about how God opens our eyes by grace to see people all around us whose lives we can touch with genuine friendship and God's love. Now, if you've got a smartphone, you know what an app is. An app is a tool, a little something that allows us to be productive and to get things done. And so we wanted to give you this week some apps to help you to see the people all around you that you might reach into their lives with. And app stands for, first A, affinity. What do you love to do? What do you absolutely love to do? Well, the truth is there are people who would also love to do that. Maybe you can do it with them. That would help you to build a bond of friendship with somebody. The P in apps stands for proximity. Who are you around on a regular basis? Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a classmate. Maybe it's someone in the neighborhood. There are places that we go where people are regularly there also. We know their faces if we'll open our eyes. Now it's time to get to know their name. Affinity, proximity. The second P stands for pain. All of us have gone through painful experiences. But did you know that God can redeem that pain and help us to connect with others in the midst of their pain? Maybe you've experienced the loss of a loved one or the loss of a job, or maybe you've gone through an illness and found healing. Well, chances are there's someone in this world, someone right around you that's going through that experience now, and there's no one they would rather connect with than someone who's been there and lived to tell the tale. How might God use your pain to connect with someone else? Affinity, proximity, pain, and then finally, service. When you and I serve someone for no other reason than to simply express the love of God in their lives, people wonder why, and that can open conversation. It can connect our lives. Affinity, proximity, pain, and service, APPS, those are apps that help us to open our eyes to the people all around us whose lives we can reach into with God's love in genuine friendship. God's blessings to you on the journey as together we reach over the fence into people's lives.